Hey, good afternoon, peace and blessings. I just want to continue on what I usually make my content about, which is spiritual warfare and the correlation between narcissism and being a demonic agent of Satan, demonic vessel, empty vessel, NPC. Bearing your cross, as chosen, as a light of this world, or as a lover of God is not easy, but it's something we must do daily. A lot of times, when you're chosen, I can speak for myself. When you're first activated, you lose a lot of normalcy in your life. Things become, unnormal, quick, when God activates you for the kingdom of light. And it's just something you must deal with. It's something you must be accustomed to. It's something you must get used to. It's something you must determine whether this is the path that you're going to walk, the near path to heaven, or be swallowed up by the devil. It is an inevitability of this walk of your purpose. You either walk this path to wherever God directs you to, or you revert to your old life completely and allow the devil to swallow you up whole, and and damn your soul. It is very black and white. There is no gray area between this. Once you're activated, you cannot go back. You cannot, go to sleep spiritually. They call it. You're awoke, but you must either walk this narrow path forever until Jesus comes, or you must revert back to your old sinful ways, your old sinful life, your old demonic strongholds, and damn your soul. And the devil seeks to push you to do that with every trap tactic he can muster, until he must cease, until he must flee. Resist the devil when he must flee. It is an inevitability of this walk with Christ, this walk with Yahweh. Things become tough, things become rough, especially in your wilderness mode. But when you are first activated, if you haven't been first activated and you're listening to this, or been activated for a few months, things become unnormal very quick. You become reminiscent of a celebrity, so to speak, because in the spiritual realm, you're famous. Demons know you, people know you, because the demons that they carry, that they possess, that they're attached to their vessels. They know you automatically. You can walk in any store, just you waking up in the world sets off a high vibrational frequency into Matrix. You talk and you exert everything you do that is of a positive, high vibrational frequency sends waves into the Matrix, and demons react to that. You must understand this. It's pivotal, and walking this Matrix. It is pivotal. And walking this narrow path, walking through this Matrix, floating through the Matrix, reminiscent of Neo, and Matrix number 2. When you get the superpowers. When you're awoken, just like the Matrix number 1, you're just finding out, basically Santa Claus isn't real. Everything that you ever knew, everything that you once thought you knew is all a blur. It is all a fabrication, and it's all smoke and mirrors. This word is assimilation now. These are the end times. Whoever hasn't, lost their soul, is the assimilation for them to lose it. That is all it is about. People have no lives anymore. They are demonic puppets. They are demonic agents. They live their life for the devil now. They're NPCs. They're empty vessels. They're demonically possessed. This whole world is under a spell of witchcraft. So a lot of people who aren't actually, fully demon possessed are under demonic strongholds. You have to realize this. You have to understand it. But your walk with Christ, your breakthrough, you following Yahweh's commands and leading on his own understanding and not your own, the breakthrough that you have will bring others with you. And people who are fully demon possessed seek to stop you. The government, Freemasons who are in your society, people, everybody. It is a race to see what you will do with your soul. But you have to just be strong. You have to just be diligent. God cannot hold our hand in this walk, but he definitely carries us. He definitely gives us the strength to wake up every day and to battle with these demons. He gives us the right tools, the keys to spiritual warfare. He gives us all the keys. You just have to come up with your own regimen to keep them going. Your own spiritual strongholds, through the kingdom of light. Which is prayer, which is fasting, if it may be, if you may choose so. Prayer, fasting is a good one. And reading the Bible, I read 2 pages of the Bible every day. I may not read the Bible as much as I should, but I'm just beginning to really walk in my chosen, purpose. As you see, a couple months ago, maybe less than 10 months ago, I started walking on this chosen journey and living my purpose and walking it every day. Bearing my cross, daily. This is not easy because you give up a lot of things of your former, sinful life that that you were accustomed to, that you got comfortable with, that you maybe even enjoyed. I'm celibate. I have no social life. I don't see my family and friends that of my old sinful life. I don't see anybody I used to know. So I've given my life over to God. Once you are activated, you become God's vessel. You become the vessel of the Holy Spirit. So you have to live that. And it takes sacrifice. It takes great sacrifice. More sacrifice than most people will ever realize. They see you as the second coming of Christ. Reminiscent of that. But you're just a man. You're just a man or a woman who was just a vessel of the Holy Spirit. And just trying to live your purpose through Yahweh. Whatever your purpose may be, you were just trying to complete it. But they see you, these reprobated-minded people, they see you as, the second coming of Christ, maybe. So they expect you to be, Jesus. They expect you to be Jesus 2.0. But is it a task? It is a feat that you will never accomplish. Nobody can be like Jesus but Jesus. You are just chosen. You are marked by God. You're chosen by God to preach the gospel or whatever your chosen purpose may be. But you are not Jesus 2.0. You cannot be that. The people will look at you to be that because they don't understand things spiritually anymore. They're disconnected from God and have been for years. You just have to understand this in this matrix. People are disconnected from God. They don't understand things of God. Even people who were preachers before 2020, they're disconnected from God. They're given over to a reprobated mind, a carnal mind, an animalistic mind. They're demonic vessels. They're very paganistic in mindset now. They're very antichrist. You have to just understand it. You have to realize it. So they won't understand you and who you are as chosen until it's too late. Until God has really, covered your life with His purpose and put you in position to do everything that He wants you to do. These demonic agents won't stop until the last minute on the shot clock is done. And God has to step in and really control things and really put you in position to do what He wants. Demonic agents, the devil, these high-ranking demons don't understand that whatever God seeks you to do, you're going to do regardless. God just wants you to go through things. He wants you to experience things. He wants you to learn how to lean on Him. That's the only reason why demonic agents, the devil and all these people are allowed to attack you. They're allowed to bother you. They're allowed to do certain things because God is just putting you through the fire. They don't realize this. They won't understand it. They're being used by God for God's purposes and not their own. Because the devil is not in control. The government is not in control. It says it in the Bible. God is in control. God is in control of everything as in this matrix. This is His world. This is His creation. He is in full control. God is using these demons, these high-ranking demons, even the devil himself. He's using these people to attack you, to put you through things so you learn how to lean on Him. So when you do receive your blessings and you are fully blessed and you're fully walking in your purpose 100%, you are fully leveled up to a position where God wants you to be, you'll be ready. He needs you to be ready. He needs you to understand how to lean on Him. He needs you to not be full of yourself. So when you get the blessings, you won't revert. You'll still be the same. You'll still be the same person. Because blessings sometimes corrupt. Power corrupts. He wants you to just understand that, yes, you are blessed. Yes, you are chosen. Yes, you are the light of this world. But you still have to go through things. God cannot just hold our hand through every aspect of our life. Because I'm pretty sure in the beginning of your life, you were very blessed, like I was, to flow through life, basically unscathed, basically untouched. But once you are activated, it is your time to, go through the fire for a little bit. You have to just go through the fire. You have to experience things. You have to just learn things, see what the matrix is about, and, go through spiritual warfare and understand what it is to shape you as a person. Your mind, your body, your spirit, fully for God's purpose, fully for this walk with God. That is the purpose of going through your wilderness period. It is not to curse you. It is not to keep you in, the devil's, loop. Life may seem like a loop sometimes, but you just have to understand that God is using these demons to make you lean on him, to get used to leaning on him. So when you do get blessed, you always lean on him. So even when you do be blessed, you're fully blessed, you receive all the blessings that God wishes to bestow on your life, you'll always lean on him. You'll never stray. That's what God has to make you do. That's what God has to put you through. He has to test you. He has to make sure that you're really gonna do what needs to be done with these blessings. You know, not stray, not become hardy, not become prideful. You know, get blessed and turn back to revert back to old sinful ways. That is the purpose of wilderness mode. You know, you're in isolation for a while. You know, to build spiritual strongholds. You know, become spiritually enriched with knowledge of the Bible. Prayer. Build a prayer regimen. Fast maybe. Just spiritually, getting you ready for your wilderness mode, and then it's like a Job-like period, your wilderness mode. But God, once you are done with this wilderness mode, with this wilderness stage period, whatever you may label it as, you'll be blessed. It's just automatic. There's no chosen one that is who's truly chosen, on this face of this earth, that has not been blessed by God after his wilderness, stage mode period, whatever you may label it as, is done. These demons, they understand that, they know that. They just don't want you to know that. The devil, these high-ranking demons, they want you to. They've been hiding who you are, your purpose. They demean you. You'll notice. Once you backtrack and look on your life, you understand, like, people demeaned you your whole life. They downplayed you. They treated you like the black sheep because they see light in you, the light that you carry. And it stirs up their demons. It's something that they see and they've seen in you for a while. Even before 2020, a lot of people seen it in you, or the things that you do, how you carry yourself stirs up their demons. You just have to understand this. It is something you cannot change. It is something that me personally, it is sort of a inevitability of being chosen, of being the light of the world. But it is something I do not wish to, to have to go through, but to exclude myself from other people and make them feel less of but it is an inevitability of being chosen by God. It is something I cannot change. It's something you cannot change if you're truly chosen. It is inevitability. It is what it is. This is who you are. This is your purpose. This is what you were made to do. This is what you were born to do. God sees your whole life before you were born, fully played out, and he understands what you would do, when you'll do it, how you'll do it. He just wants you to do it. He needs you to go through it. It's God trusting you so you can trust him. You have to take it serious. You have to understand that God trusting you. Yahweh trusting us. That's why he puts us in certain positions. When you are in the wilderness mode and the devil is truly attacking you, it's God trusting you. He's trusting you to make the right decisions. He's trusting you to go through things and just get through it and lean on him and understand him. So don't take it personal. Do not hate these demons. The vessel. Do not hate the vessel. Hate the demon. Hate the spirits that they're behind. Do not hate the vessel. I do not hate any demonic vessel, on this planet. I just hate, the things that they do demonically, and I hate the devil, and I hate the demons and the spirits that they're under. But I do not hate the vessels. I learned very quick. Hate is the pathway to hell. Hate is one of the pathways to hell. That's one of Satan's biggest tactics. He wants you to hate. He wants you to be used to, accustomed to hating people. So you'll be reminiscent of a demonic vessel. But that is not the key. That is not the way. You have to understand that people who are not really fully in control of who they are, they do not understand who they are spiritually. They're not connected to themselves spiritually like you are. Because you're chosen. You're light of this world. You are truly connected to yourself. This is the Matrix. People have strings. People are walking around this world with strings attached. With demonic handlers. Strings attached. They're puppets. They're demonic puppets. And it is not of something to brag about, to boast about, but it's just what it is. It's an inevitability of what this world is now, in this fallen state this world has been under. Especially since 2020. You have to just understand this. People were demonic vessels beforehand in 2020, but not so much in the majority. Now it is like a more majority. People are fallen, spiritually. They have fallen spiritually. They have, majority of the world that that people that are demonic vessels, and some are under demonic strongholds. I can't just I give people benefit of the doubt. Not everyone that is a demonic agent. Some people are under are under full demonic strongholds. They're not fully demon possessed, but majority are demon possessed. You have to realize this. They're biologically hacked by demons. And the world calls it narcissism, to be exact. They call it narcissism, but that is demonic. Everything that narcissists do, everything that they fall on is foolishness. It is not necessarily evil, the things that they do, but it is foolishness. It's carnal mind stuff. It is pagan. It is very antichrist. Everything that they do in spirit. The spirit, the Jezebel spirit, the Leviathan, the Python, the Ahab spirit is all of narcissism. It's demonic. You cannot hate the vessel. You just have to understand that, in the Bible, it says, God, just to summarize it, people living sinful lives and turning away from God and not understanding that sin is evil, God gave them over to become demonic vessels. That was the only choice. If you got accustomed to your sin, if you thought your sin was great, if you thought you were better than God, if you thought you were God, a lot of these people, nowadays, these women, they say divine feminine, they call themselves a god. These men, they follow a Lester Crowley. They say if they live a Bachman lifestyle, you are your own god. But you can die. You can't fly. You have no powers. You can die. You were just, a demonic agent. You're a demonic puppet. That is not being a god. But they're under the spirit of confusion. They don't understand this. They believe that it's power. They believe that it's them being a god. Being a puppet. So you just have to understand what people are under. They're under the spirit of confusion and the spirit of witchcraft. They will not understand it. They will not see the things that you see. You're chosen. The mask and the veil of the matrix has been pulled from your eyes. You're awoke. You're spiritually woke. You just understand it. You just overstand the things of this matrix and what's going on. So you cannot take a lot of things that these people do personally. Me truly, I laugh at everything the devil does. It's comedic. It's comedy. It is like a bad rerun. But you just have to understand that you have to go through things and to lean on God. And when God is ready, and he will open every door that he needs you to go through. And the devil and demons and these demonic puppets can't do anything about it, regardless. What God has set in place, no man can undo. It says it in the Bible. They just don't understand it spiritually. So they'll see you and be amazed at the things that you do and the things that you get through and push through. Because they do not understand the things that are spiritually connected to God anymore. But what God has been set in place, man cannot undo. It is just an inevitability of being chosen, being truly chosen. What God has set in place, man cannot undo. So regardless of how any demonic agent feels, regardless of how the devil feels, regardless of how these high-ranking demons feel, who are attacking you, spiritually, wherever God wants you to go, whatever God needs you to do, whatever purpose God has for your life, you will complete it. You will get there, regardless. And the devil can't do anything about it. He only can monitor you. He can. You yourself can put things in place demonically to hinder you. Like demonic soul ties. Certain things like that of that nature, to allow the devil in your life. But if you have no demonic soul ties in your life, you are not living a life of sin. You're truly trying to, walk this narrow path of heaven. To the utmost ability. If you have faith as big as a mustard seed, if you're bearing your cross daily, the devil has to flee. You resist the devil and he has to flee. You have to understand this. And when the devil is attacking you heavily, your blessing is really on the way. You're at the cusp of your blessing. You have to understand this. So do not be weary at that time when the devil is truly, heavily attacking you, because he understands like this is the time that you will break through. He understands it. Things that take time to manifest physically from the spirit. God is manifesting things in the spiritual realm that will be manifested into the physical. You just have to give it time. You have to trust in God. That is part of it. That's leaning on God's own understanding, because God understands the time. Excuse the noise distraction. I'm sorry. I'm obviously truly chosen, because this happens in a lot of my videos. But anyway, I don't want to hinder on that too much. But you just have to understand. God knows what time it is for you to be blessed. But he wants you to lean on his own understanding. He wants you to lean on him. He wants you to be used to and get accustomed to leaning on him. It is not a curse. It is not God leaving you for dead. It is not. Sometimes you may feel disconnected. Me personally, I don't feel disconnected from God, but you may personally feel disconnected from God. You may not understand that God is still with you, but you have to realize that God is always going to carry you. God is going to carry you through everything that you go through spiritually. This is the time where he needs you to lean on him, because he is manifesting things from the spiritual to be manifested into the physical. There's two realms. There's the spirit, which God is under. He's a spirit. God. The devil is a spirit. The demons are disembodied spirits. And there's a physical, which we live in the physical realm. God is manifesting things into the spiritual that will be manifested slowly but surely into the physical. You just have to give him time. You have to lean on his understanding and not your own. When God is ready for you to be blessed, you'll be shocked. You'll be truly shocked at the things he provides for you. It'll be more than you ever expected and more than you even imagined for yourself. It'll be better than what you imagined for yourself. You just have to give it time. Give God time. Allow him to do his job, which is bless you and care for us and love us and carry us through the spiritual warfare. And like I always say in the end of my videos, cloak yourself in the armor of God. Pray for spiritual gifts. And boast of your prayer regimen. And peace and blessings.